What a time to be alive, bruv. What a time to be alive. It's all mad. It's all mad.
Oh, fucking hell, man.
Seb, talk to me about that first half, man. Let's just dive in. Just from a United perspective, I want to hear. I want to hear what you're saying.
It's like we got caught cold, man. It's like we just woke up 5 minutes before the game started, gone straight into it, didn't know what was going on. Just got blitzed by Arsenal in that first 20 minutes. And for me, that's when the game was lost, really. It was highlighted in commentary about how Schweinsteiger was just vacating the space in midfield. Like I was saying before the game, like Snyderlin, it's a bit surprising not seeing him in there. And I think if he's playing, he's like defending that space that was like so vital for you guys in that first 20
Yeah, he
minutes.
looks. Schweinsteiger looked like a pedestrian. Like he genuinely looked like a pedestrian. He's getting. We dominated the midfield in that first half an hour, and it wasn't even just going forward because I'm pretty sure we only had 3 shots on target in the first half. It was just everything. Like we were winning the 50-50s every second ball. Like United, like you said, it looked like United just woke up 5 minutes before the game, and
Yeah, you lot came out the traps. I mean, every time we got the ball, we wanted to play it at our own slow pedestrian pace. But like
yeah, we
within
weren't
the
on it.
first 2 minutes, you can tell it's not the type of game where we can be doing that. Like we've got to match your intensity.
Yeah,
Like it just
within I think within 4 minutes, you could see that two different teams were playing at two different tempos. And it's not often Arsenal come out like that. I mean, a lot of Arsenal fans, that's what we want to see. Like, it's not even, like I've said, it's not even just about going forward. It's everything that we showed in that first half today was what I want to see. I think, can you remember the first half last season at the Emirates? It was the exact same thing, except Arsenal didn't score. Do you know what I mean?
yeah. It was like you learned from that and
Yeah. We
just
put
capitalized the chances.
clinical, clinical, man.
Yeah, we made Walcott look like I don't know. Walcott looked like he's a world beater, like running in behind our defense, like looks strong, like what you want to see, I guess. He's nailing down that number 9 position for you lot. It looked
Yeah.
like.
I don't even. I'm not one of them Arsenal fans that criticize Walcott. I'm not bigging him up to be. I'm still not convinced he's the man to be there all season, but he can do a job. It would have just been nice to see another striker come in, but I can't be disappointed by his performance this afternoon. Like,
I mean, for you, what stood out? What stood out in that first half? Like as an Arsenal fan, like what impressed you?
what impressed me, Mesut Ozil, particularly in the first half, brilliant. He just ran the show, like everything. Even when Rooney got booked, it was just sometimes it goes unnoticed, but I just don't think a performance like that today can go unnoticed. Like it was brilliant. Again, man of the match for me, Sanchez. Alexis had Darmian stressed in that first half. Like
Darwin looked like he's running with 2 bricks tied to his feet.
I don't know I don't know what's going on with Darmian because like at the start of the season the guy looked assured. You could maybe say it's because they hadn't really come up against anyone yet, but quality showed today. Alexis had him. Oh man, that was bad. And when he got the halftime hook, I was very, very. I wasn't surprised at all.
Yeah,
Wasn't
I
surprised.
expected that. I expected that.
It
And that's
happened to him already this season, hasn't it?
against Southampton. Yeah, I mean that's an Italian international, so it's not like he's short of experience, hasn't faced that quality of player before.
Mm.
So to see that performance, it's such a
What
like.
What do you think about Memphis's performance?
He just looked frustrated. It's frustrating watching. He just looked like he was a second or two behind the play. Like he wants to do everything at his pace, but he doesn't have the time to do that.
Bro,
Um,
it looked like he went out last night.
this is what I mean, man. I mean, in the recent weeks, he showed a few good touches and whatnot.
I like him.
He's not really like he's not set the place alight as yet. I mean,
Mm.
obviously he's still young. He's come to a different country. He's got to settle in and whatnot.
He's young, isn't he? I see glimpses of class, and I personally like him. I know a lot of Arsenal fans have thrown banter. They've thrown banter at him. Like it's funny to laugh when things ain't quite working out with a player that's been bigged up quite a bit. But I quite like him. I can't believe what happened to him today. He was. Sometimes when people say Ozil's gone missing, I can see. I'm watching the game, thinking, "Are you seeing the game I'm seeing? I'm seeing Ozil controlling it, like trying to make things happen."
Mm.
Genuinely, today Memphis went missing. Like he went missing.
Yeah, every time he got the ball, he lost it. Um, just out of ideas, he looked I just couldn't understand it, man. Rooney as well is another one for me.
What's
Uh,
happened to him?
Shocking performance. I don't know if you've seen, you know, you're at a train station and you see those trains that go through that are carrying like bare wood, bare metal and whatnot, and moving through at a slow pace. That to me was like Wayne Rooney. He was just chugging. Like,
Oh my! As an Arsenal fan, I know Rooney does damage against Arsenal, and I was expecting it. Expecting it when we're 3-0 up. I was still expecting something to happen, pull one back. He always scores against Arsenal. Don't know
yeah,
what happened.
I don't know. He's just lacking. I know it's a point that's been raised quite a few times. Like Rooney plays without fire in his head. That's when you get the best
Mm.
out of him. Like I kind of ignored it at first. I mean, this is like the first game that I've seen that I've actually thought like, nah, like Rooney might need like a little spell out the team. Um,
Mm.
just does everything slow paced. He's trying to run at players, and his touch just letting him down every single time. Like I can't remember one point in a game where he like beat a player or like turned, made a nice pass. Like I didn't see any of it today. Like I don't know. I just don't know what happened. Like
I understand like form dips and that. Like I understand that, but he looks. I didn't even see it picking up for him again. It looks a bit crazy. It looks. Ah, do I even want to go on record saying this? Right, I'm gonna say it. It looks like he might be done. You know, like it looks
uh,
like he might have to go and join Steven and Frank over in America, bro. Because that that was bad. And this is I respect Rooney in it. He's the top goal scorer in England of all time. Do you know what I mean? Like I have to respect that. But that today and generally all season, he's not been great. Like
he hasn't. He hasn't. He hasn't. I mean, he scored. Was it 7 goals in 12 games this season or something like that, including England internationals and Champions League. So that's not a bad return, but
mm,
the performances say otherwise. And of course, he's like got penalties in there. He got a hat
yeah.
trick against Club Brugge, which is obviously a lesser side.
Like I don't even know if I can count that because we don't even Arsenal don't even play in that competition. You know? We didn't even play in that particular. I don't even know. Like
Yeah, true, true,
yeah.
true, true.
So I don't know what's happened to him. Just I'm just so happy from an Arsenal perspective. Like I got a performance. I didn't just get a result. I got performance,
Mm.
and a lot. I've seen a lot of people saying, "Well, United like pretty much controlled the second half." Well, not really. Well, we didn't have to do anything. We were just
Yeah,
sat there. We had Walcott up front. We had Alexis on one side. We were just planning to just pick you off on the counter attack. Didn't really happen. We had opportunities to make it 4-0. Meant like Ramsey in the first half. I don't know what he was doing.
yeah. I mean, you managed the game well in the second half,
Yeah, definitely.
which is not something you really see from Arsenal
Mm.
in past games and whatnot. For me, looking on as well, Petr Cech was a plus point for you guys. I think that save from Martial before half time was
Important.
very important.
Like,
Um, he just showed his dominance. You could tell he was a winner in there. Like he just managed the game. There's little points you could see him just holding onto the ball for a bit longer,
mm.
not rushing out into play straight away. Just
He dominated the defense. Like as a keeper, he dominated. Like I felt his presence there. And you're dead right about the Marshall save. That was a critical point in the game because I don't think any Arsenal fan is comfortable being 3-0 up, like against anyone, let alone Man United. So if that had gone in, we would have been sweating. Like I've seen Arsenal playing brilliantly, be 2-0 up. All of a sudden we've conceded, and like all it's like different teams playing. So I think it would have been a bit shaky if that had gone in. But
yeah, it would have been a very different second half.
I mean, if I was a neutral, I would have probably wanted to see that happen. But I was just thinking we need to get to halftime and just stay in this, and we managed to do it, man. Like, I'm very happy. It's funny being an Arsenal fan because like it's just this time last week I was over the moon. In a week I was devastated. I haven't been happy since the week, and all of
Mm.
a sudden things are looking up again.
I don't know who I was saying it to, but it seems like Arsenal turn up against the big teams. Like obviously Champions League different competition, but you lost the last 2 games. But I wouldn't be surprised if you go and do the same thing against Bayern Munich. Like
Do you know what? It's funny because that's not how. Over the last few years, it feels like we've been known for bullying the little teams and falling apart when we play United, Chelsea, Man City. Do you know what I mean? But I don't know what's happened this year. Like I don't know what's happened lately. Intensity's there, I guess, in these games.
yeah, what do you reckon then? Do you reckon you'll kick on from this from this result? You think you'd have to really?
You think, but this is Arsenal. Like, I don't know. I really don't know. It's very important we won that going into the break. We got the international break now. Very important we won that. Like, I really hate losing going into the international break. So that must be annoying from your perspective. But we got Watford in a couple of weeks, which you'd think would be 3 points, but we have to come flying out the box. We can't come out going, this is Watford Football Club. We're Arsenal. We're going to tap the ball from side to side for 20 minutes. No, we need to go for the neck like we did today against Man United and do all the defensive things right. Get to the ball first, win our headers. We won every header. We won every tackle. Like, every second ball, every loose ball, Arsenal won today. We need to be like that against teams like Watford and we'll win. Do you know what I mean? But, yeah. What about you now? Because
I mean, the last few weeks have been good. Like, I went into this game as confident as I've been going into an Arsenal United fixture for a while, to be honest. Um, so I guess maybe it's sort of like a reality check, bring us back down to earth again, keep expectations back in check. I mean, next game is
it's Everton
I think it's
away.
Everton away.
That ain't going to be easy.
That's not an easy fixture at all. But well, I don't know, man. You don't have to. Hopefully, this is like a kick in the backside. Just get the tactics back in check
Mm.
and then go again, man. But yeah, I'm still hopeful for that. I remember at the start of the season, I said second place finish.
Yeah.
I still think we can trouble for that.
I was just looking at United's next 3 games. You got Everton. You got Everton away, tricky. Moscow away, which they're not known to be good, but going over to Russia in the midweek after going away at Everton is very hard. Then 4 days after that, you've got Man City at home. That's a tricky next 3 games for United. Like, very
It is. The Man City look like they're on fire at the moment.
yeah, like they got the kick they needed last week, the last couple of weeks. Do you know what I mean? Now they look like they're back on it. I
Yeah, I
don't
mean,
know.
hopefully this result will serve as that for us, really, a little kick up the backside. Um, I mean, we're still growing as a team. Made a lot of new signings in the summertime, so there's
Mm,
still time to gel and whatnot. But yeah, players like Memphis need to just buck up their ideas, man. Like
yeah, man.
Rooney, I would say drop Rooney, give James Wilson a chance. In my opinion, that's what.
James Wilson. I loved when James Wilson came on today, like coming on for Man United. James Wilson. Emirates is like, who?
Uh,
Nah, I loved it. I loved it. But yeah, I think he might need to get a chance because Rooney. So wait, where does Rooney play? If Martial plays number 9, where does Rooney play?
Rooney's been playing like number 10, just off him. That's why I was surprised. Like Schweinsteiger was the one pushing up onto Cazorla. Like Rooney's in his area more so, like number 10 position. So like if he had done that job, then we would look a lot more solid in this game, man. But I don't know. I don't know what Rooney done today. I couldn't tell you what he done today. Like
Why don't Matter go where that number 10 spot? Like, I really like Matter. I think he's been good lately, man.
I think Van Gaal prefers to have like the number 10 as more of a second striker instead of a playmaker.
Mm,
Like when he played Januzaj there for that little period, he saw him more as a like second striker as opposed to a playmaking number 10.
boy.
I think that's like that's what he prefers. Like the two attackers up there.
But I'm just happy, man. I'm very happy. This is big. This is big. I really want it to lift the squad now. I don't think you can say the same, but you know,
It's stress, mate. It's stress at the moment. It's stress. It's stress. I'm just letting this marinate into my thought frame right now. Man,
oh, bro, and it could have been more as well. That's the thing. Like,
I know that
ah,
Ramsey
but I'm
chance.
not gonna get greedy. I'm not gonna get greedy. We got the 3 points. We both have to move on now. Then to international break, England. I can't even tell you who England are playing. Like literally, I don't know.
Yeah,
Isn't it like good?
Estonia and Lithuania or something like that
Stop
too.
it. Stop
Yeah,
it.
them dead teams are.
Oh man.
But yeah, nah, international break, and we go again. Hopefully, re-kickstart the season, man.
Yeah, man.
Have
Well,
United.
Arsenal 3, Man United 0. Travis and Seb from the Hangout Sessions. That's it, man.